All right, everybody. Happy Monday. My name is Brad Miller, and if you're new to the line, we want to say welcome. I'm one of the hosts of this call. We do it every Monday to kick off the week, to stay strong, to stay focused, because we're always learning and growing. And honestly, what we're excited to share tonight is we all learn from each other. And it's not, set it and forget it. We're always working on our health. Whatever we focus on is what appreciates. So I'm looking here, I'm seeing all the faces, and I'm like, I see people continuing to invest in themselves and their health, and I know the journeys of many of you, and it's really cool to see. If you've been with us for the last little bit, again, this is a call we do every Monday to kick off the week, and we're 2 weeks in. If you've been joining us on a health focus group where we're just saying during the holidays we want to be extra focused on whatever matters most, that we want to thrive in our health. So we're 2 weeks in, which means we're halfway in. And I thought about some cool topics that we could do tonight, but I was like, what's better than learning from some of the people that are in this group? Because honestly, we look around and sometimes we only have so much time for so many people to speak, but there's so many incredible stories that happen all around us. Many of you guys might not even know, especially some of you new people might be amazed of how powerful some of these transformations have been as I look across the screen. So that's what we're actually going to share tonight. I messaged many people. So if I didn't get back to you and I did ask you, it's just because we had so many people that I asked, and I just went with the people that responded back the fastest. So I will have you share another week. But we're going to share some things tonight, and I'm going to hurry this up because we have so many people that want to share some things here. But people are constantly asking, like, how do you do this? How does this not become another gimmick like all the things out there? Like, how are these people really making these transformations? Well, one, it takes work. Anything worth having takes work. But our program makes it simple for anyone to have any transformation they want to accomplish in their life and take it one step at a time. So I chose a bunch of different stories from all over the spectrum, and I hope they inspire you tonight. They're just going to share a little bit about their story real quick in under 2 minutes, maybe a tip that really changed their health along the way, that really was a game changer for them. And then just maybe even what they're focusing on this season, like, because health is like the laundry, like my dad always says, it's never done. So there's always something new to work on, new feet to climb, and sometimes it's just remembering the basics. So I'm going to share my screen real quick here. I made up a cool slide of some of the people here. I just grabbed some of their before photos from them. And we're going to actually start off with Denise Heinrich. So Denise, would you share some of those things we talked about today? You have a phenomenal health story. I love that we're starting off with you. Where's your story? A little bit about your story, a tip you would have for everyone as a super awesome inspiration. And what are you focusing on personally this season, this being this many years forward in your health?
Thanks, Brad. Well, I did start this as a diet. I had a friend that said, hey, let's do a diet. And I said, sure. Had no idea, that this would be a life-changing transformation. But I wanted to be a healthy grandma. I didn't realize that I had a why. I didn't realize that that's what I was going to be able to achieve. I thought if I could just get under 200 pounds. You see me in the wheelchair there, and I was learning to re-walk again. But I got off 100 pounds. I was off 22 medications, and now everybody says I'm like an Energizer bunny. I have so much energy, and I'm truly enjoying life. And what's the biggest tip? Stay involved. Be on all the health huddles. Sorry, I'm in the car and it's really dark. But I'm on the health huddles. I will complete 4 years on Christmas Eve of being in maintenance. And I surround myself with healthy people. I make sure I get together with people that are going to inspire me, and I can hear their stories. And I continue to dream. I focus on developing a new why and celebrating those small victories all along the way. And that's what it's about. It's just continuing to celebrate those small wins, but staying focused. So hope that gives you guys some inspiration. You can do it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy my healthy life, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it as I continue on my journey. Thanks, Brad.
I love it. You can just see the picture on the screen here. Like, it just tells so much about your story. Like, you're so thriving in life because of what you take in the steps forward. And I love the tip, staying plugged in. I probably guessed that was going to be your tip. That's always your favorite. So you are who you surround yourself with, which is why you guys are all here tonight. So a couple more stories and tips here today. So Amber, a little bit about your story, a tip you have, and, kind of give an example. What are you focusing on this season to show like it's just about taking little steps and we're always learning and growing?
Hey guys, thanks Brad. So I started actually 4.5 years ago and lost 20 pounds. I actually started initially to lead by example for my parents. I had them on my heart, and to be honest, I was a little bit in denial of my own health. I kind of thought that I could out-exercise the fork, and it was a daunting journey, but thus far I had done okay with it. But that was kind of why I started, and I had no idea how much it was going to bless me. I guess, honestly, just realizing that I could finally get results in the gym when I could figure out the nutrition was extreme freedom. It just has changed my life drastically to finally have that key piece, because I love working out, but I could never get the results that I wanted for my hard time in the gym. So it's really, really helped change that for me. It now is a joy instead of pressure because I ate too many cookies or whatnot. So the biggest thing that I would honestly say that's been crucial in me being having a long-term success is really paying it forward by really embracing myself and my own journey, but choosing to pay it forward just finalized my decision to stand for health. It allowed me to immerse myself in the community, to surround myself with people that desire to live a healthier quality of life. And so it holds me accountable. And I honestly probably wouldn't be able to do this and be where I am if I hadn't paid it forward. So I just think it's really a great piece. And some of the things that I'm really focusing on these last few weeks and then before in our focus group is I really have been working on kind of minimizing my body fat percentage. Just trying to build more lean muscle. And so I had dropped 4% in the August focus group, and I'm going to get tested here at the end of this one. So I'm just kind of excited to see what the next level of my health journey is. So thank you.
I love it, Amber. I mean, such a great example. I love it. I look at your picture, like what mom of 4 gets to be like that example. I love it. And great tip. And yeah, it just shows that you're never done working on it. So you cannot out exercise the fork. So great example for your family and for your parents. I love it. And tips tonight. Let's move over to Dan and Jill. Dan and Jill, you just see by the picture here, like, I mean, amazing story. Like, these are all people that are just on these calls that like you might not hear from all the time, but like, anyways, Dan and Jill, take it away. Like a little bit about your story, and what's the one tip that you would share with them that makes the difference? Like, if you had to get on a soapbox tonight, what makes the difference for your journey and that you've seen make the difference in other people's journeys? Can't wait to hear what you guys have to share.
Okay, well, I'll start off. Okay. It's a very emotional topic for me, and I'm trying to get through this and not make it so emotional, but it has been such an emotional topic for me for my whole life. Dan and I had adopted 2 boys 2 years ago, and Isaiah, our oldest, had been put on some medication and had gained some weight, and he came to me and he said, "Mom, I need some help. I need to lose some weight so I feel good about myself." And I thought, I didn't say this to him, I said to myself, I thought, how can I help my son if I can't even help myself? So I started looking on Facebook. I found Denise Heinrichs, who we went to college together 30 years ago, and I knew she had done something because I saw her before and after picture. I couldn't figure out what she had done. So I contacted her on September 12th, or so, it was one of those dates of 2015, and said, "Denise, I need some help. I need to talk to you to see what you're doing." So we talked, and Dan also listened, and I knew Denise's family. Her dad was one of my professors in college. I knew her grandparents. So I felt I could trust her. And so I said, "Denise, I am ready to go. Whatever you want me to do now, I'll do it." So I signed up, and I lost, in 10 months, I lost 106 pounds. I have so much energy, and I have a clear head. I was always addicted to sugar. That has been my biggest downfall. I just wanted candy and cookies and all that stuff. And now, because of this program, I have no cravings for sugar, which is a miracle in itself. The greatest thing that I could pass on to anybody that's just joining the program, there's hope. There's hope in life. You can get control of what you're doing to your bodies. You can get control of what you're putting in your mouth. And this group has been so dynamic for me in that the support of the group. I've been on every other program possible, and there's never been the support like I've received here. There's so much encouragement. Also, I've enjoyed encouraging others, and it's getting that whole frame of mind of the positive thinking. And Dan and I go out for bike rides with the boys, and there'll be this really tall hill, and I'll think, I can do this. And I start doing that positive talking in my head. And even I say it out loud, I can do this. I can climb this mountain hill in Wisconsin. And I can do it. And yeah, I'm bumping the road. But this whole program has just changed my life in so many ways, and I could go on and on about it. But the biggest thing for me is I've been a social worker for the last 28 years, and I've always felt like a sped up spinning top, trying to do all the, just life and our boys and having a husband and a home and all that, and doing social work was so much. And this program really made me start thinking about my healthy mind. And so October 14th, I resigned from my job as social worker, and I came on board with Dan, and we are co-coaching health coaches and giving other people the hope that this program offers. And I'm very excited to be doing this with Dan.
I'm excited to have you do it with me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Jill said, you know, she had originally scheduled this call with Denise, and I really wasn't interested. I pretty much gave up all hope and desire, and I wasn't going to try to lose weight anymore. But okay, curiosity killed the cat. So I got on this crazy Zoom call with this woman I didn't know, and you know, she kept asking me all these reasons why I wanted to do this. Why, you know, what's my biggest why? And the thing that just kept coming to my mind is I want to be invisible. And my number one goal is I just want to be invisible. And it's like, I think I made her head spin. She didn't quite understand what I was talking about. But you know, what people don't know about me here is when they see that first picture of my before, which is taken September 14th of 2015. Prior to that, you know, about 10 years earlier, I was a little over 100 pounds heavier than that. I had gastric bypass surgery twice that was failed, and I was able to lose 100 pounds, but that was about it. I stalled out and couldn't lose another pound, couldn't gain any weight either. I just kind of gave up, you know, it ended right there. So my whole life I've been the pink elephant in the room, and I just wanted that to end. I just didn't want anybody to notice me anymore. I just wanted to be able to be normal and be able to have people walk in the room and just not see me. And here I am, you know, in 10 months, I'm down about 135 pounds and still have a little ways to go. I know I'm going to get there. You know, I'm not concerned in the least, but you know, more than the weight, I think it's the non-scale victories that have been the biggest things for me. Health-wise, I was diabetic. I had high blood pressure, I had high cholesterol. I was taking medications up at the kazoo, and after 4 months, everything is 100% normal. All my tests came back normal. I'm off all my medications, and just things we've been able to do along the way. Number one, I became invisible to the point that I walk past the mirror and I don't even recognize myself anymore. I have to kind of do a double take, and that's kind of fun. But you know, one of the biggest non-scale victories I can remember this last summer, we took the kids out on a trip out east. We went out to New York, and we were climbing up the Statue of Liberty, and we were given a choice. So you could take the steps. It's 195 steps warning, health, you must be healthy to do this, or you take the elevator, which was always a no-brainer. And Jill and I just kind of looked at each other and said, let's do this. And we climbed the steps, and we did it at 105 degrees, and we got to the top, and we weren't sweating, we weren't heavy breathing, we weren't dying. And I was so excited to get online, do a live Facebook post and tell you guys about it. But that was just probably one of the most memorable things in my life. How has this changed my life? Becoming a health coach, I was given that opportunity shortly into this program, and although I thought it was kind of a joke when I started, that I was a joke. But it's changed my life so much. It's given me the purpose and the drive and the motivation to wake up in the morning, and to the ability to help others do what I haven't been able to do my whole life is just the biggest joy that I've been able to create. A tip that I would pass on to people, stay connected with this group, at all costs. Stay connected to whether your client support pages. Stay connected to these meetings as often as they are. Whether it's the Healthy Huddle, the Habits of Health, whatever meetings there are that you can get some education or motivation out of. Just do that, and you will succeed with that.
It's incredible, you guys. I should have asked you to speak last because I don't have any words left. Incredible, you guys. And I just love the staying connected and the hope, Jill. I think that's incredible. And, knowing your journey, it hasn't been like you guys haven't been perfect each time. So for those people that are like, oh, I can't do this, I can't be perfect. It's not perfect. It's about taking steps every single day. So, that's why we keep it simple, and this is what's possible. So congratulations, and thanks for the inspiration tonight. I love it. Should have saved you for last. I feel bad for April, but she has a pretty incredible story herself and a great tip. And I just love she's always moving forward. So if you're like someone's like, oh, I would never put up a picture of me in my bathing suit. Well, that's something, that's another win that a lot of people can have. So again, nothing's impossible. April, what's a little bit about your story real quick, and a tip you would leave someone with tonight that's like, how do I be awesome like April?
Well, first of all, thanks a lot for having me follow them. That was awesome. But anyway, so when I got started, basically, the reason I got started is because I was just literally sick of myself. And at the time, I'm 62 now. I was 60 when I started on the program. And I was very fortunate because I've never been on any medication at all. And I knew that if I kept going the way that I was going, that it was just going to be a matter of time, that I'd be on high blood pressure, high cholesterol, maybe pre-diabetic, something like that. So I wanted to get control of myself before anything like that happened. So that's why I started the program. And I also did it because I just wanted to go on a diet. I wanted to just lose the weight. And I had been, I'd done everything. I'd done Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers. I'd done the HGC diet, which is giving yourself shots in the stomach. I'd never reached my goal weight ever. So I tried this. And what happened along the path of my journey was that I no longer just wanted to lose weight. I wanted to get a healthy body. And so then as I got a healthy body, I got a healthy mind. And the mind part was actually the biggest thing. I went through a complete transformation. People that knew me before just can't believe the difference. The amount of self-confidence that comes back, getting back to where I needed to be. Everything about it was fantastic, and my transformation really has been amazing if you knew me before. I actually have 3 tips to get to what I did. I actually became a coach halfway through my journey. And the reason I didn't wait was because I was told that you're 5 times more likely to keep the weight off if you become a coach. And I honestly believe that with all my heart and soul, because I've maintained my weight now for coming up to 2 years. And I know that would never have happened if I hadn't become a coach and been encouraging others, because you don't want to go back to your bad habits and tell somebody else, oh, well, you should be doing this. Well, I'm not doing it, but you should do it. So becoming a coach was huge. And then the other thing that was a very, 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 very big deal is just the whole sense of community. And being on every Zoom that I possibly can. If I can't make a Zoom because I've got something else scheduled, then I watch a recording. I always feel that it's better to watch it live because you just somehow that you get that energy a little bit better when you're on it live. And then the other thing is staying connected to the coach, because your coach it's everything. That's what makes this program different than anything else out there. And a lot of people think, well, I don't want to talk to my coach right now because I'm cheating or I'm not doing things quite right or whatever. And that's when it's the very most important time to talk to your coach, because you don't want to go down that slippery slope and go back. And I honestly do not know anyone that has failed on this program if they followed what the coach told them to do. I don't know one single person that has failed. So those are my tips, and thanks for having me.
I love it. And just your story here is so incredible. It's like a time machine here. You like went back in time on yourself there. So congratulations, April. Great tips. We're going to move over and talk to my man in California, COC. COC, what tip do you have for everyone here tonight? If he can unmute himself. Maybe not. He just texted me, so I know he's trying to be there. COC, we'll come back to you if you can unmute your phone, which is really cool. We can move over to one of my really good friends and actually one of my first clients and a good, dear family friend of ours. There's some great tips. I've watched this gal just really blossom in her health in every area of her life, and I'm really excited for whatever tips she shares with you tonight. So Sue's machine, you're on.
Unmuting.
Unmuted.
Hi, thanks. I don't know why I always get so nervous to talk on these things, but I know I need to hustle, so I will get it out as fast as possible. But so my journey, I started in 2010. I had just gotten married, and as it happens when you get married, you get comfortable, you just hang out together, you eat, and you don't do anything else. And so I also was around 30 when I got married, and my body just wasn't working the way that it used to work. So I had noticed I was gaining a lot of weight and just not feeling good. That before picture of my husband and I up in the corner, I was telling Brad, he was asking me to find some before pictures and after pictures of how things have changed. And my before picture, I don't have a lot of pictures where I look unhappy, because I had a really good face, I could just put on a good face, or I was really good about not posting pictures that I didn't feel good about. So, I found that one, and I remember I felt so yucky on that camping trip. I was really, really sad all the time. I was working really hard and not getting a lot of breaks, and it was starting to show on the outside. So when we found this program, actually David found it, and we reached out to Brad, and honestly started the program for vanity weight. I wanted to lose the weight and I wanted to look better, but I had no idea what was going to happen and how much would actually change when I did start. So I might actually get emotional, which I did not expect, but I think it's because all the people that showed before me, which it sounds weird to say, and I'm not saying it to brag, but because I decided to say yes, all of those people, their lives changed. And that's just crazy to me to think that I was a part of that. And so I'm just really blessed. So I ended up losing 48 pounds in 16 weeks. And while that was fantastic, the amount of lives that I was able to change in the process, I think that's probably the biggest blessing. And obviously my life too. I'm healthier, obviously. My mind is better. I'm more intentional about my life and how I'm living it and what I'm eating. I can remember before program, I never cared what I ate, because honestly, I thought, you know what, if God wants me to go home, then he's going to take me home, and it doesn't matter what I put into my body. And that was such a lie, and how I treated my body. And so I switched that around real fast, and I realized that I could be better. I could be a better person. I could become who God wanted me to be. And this program has done that for me. So I'm always growing. I'm always getting better. It's a journey. I would say some tips is obviously there's seasons in life. I had a baby. I kept my weight off for 4 years, had a baby, and I gained weight back. And so I've been working on getting back down to my healthy body, and it's a journey. And the one thing is I have never given up. I've had hard times and I've had seasons that I've gone through, but I have never given up on myself. And I would say, if you do not give up, you will not fail. The only way this won't work is if you stop. So, and also the coach, I think sticking to your support team and giving yourself grace. Brad has always told me progress, not perfection. And that literally like drills into my head, progress, not perfection. It's not about being perfect. It's just about moving forward. And that, I think once I had that epiphany, I was able to move forward a little bit. And so over the last 3 weeks, I've been working really hard on building discipline, with obviously my nutrition, but then also with being in the Word and getting closer to God, and really trying to build, now that I've kind of built my healthy body, building my healthy mind and working on that. And I wouldn't have any of these things or these amazing friends or everything where I am right now is, 1, because of God, and 2, because Take Shape for Life. So I'm just really thankful for that, and thankful for all of you guys.
Susie, that was incredible. And I just love the example from where you were before to where you are now, and how kind you are to yourself. It is progress, not perfection. I think that's one of the best tips you can give yourself to that, because following this, I've seen all the victories. It hasn't always been perfect, but you've been focusing on what you do well. And I think that's the thing to lean on. This is the support that helps you keep moving forward. So looking at your before and after picture is pretty inspiring. So I love the tips tonight. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to do one last one. And no, this is not an advertisement for walking on the beach, because he looks like a model. But Tim has a great story in his health, and some great tips from someone that's, again, like Amber, tried to outrun the fork. So Tim, would you take us home tonight with just a last little picture of your story, your background, and maybe a tip as we head into this week? I think everyone's cup for inspiration is filled. Why don't you top us off?
Great. Thanks, Brad. And thanks everybody for sharing. I'm always humbled and blessed to be part of this community and hearing these amazing stories. And every story is so amazing. I found this program about 4.5 years ago, and I was north of 250 pounds at the time. I'd always been an athlete and enjoyed good health and being in good shape. And so, but I had back surgery. I hurt myself a number of years ago, and that slowed me down. And then also my schedule with working a full-time job, having a business and 5 kids, and I just didn't have time at all for myself. And I hear so many stories where people just kind of, they just get overwhelmed by their schedules, by their lives. And that truly was me. And I worked really hard at trying to outrun that fork, trying to figure that out. And I was fighting a losing battle. So I spent about 15 years being overweight and out of shape, and really kind of struggling with that, and struggling with kind of my identity, to be quite honest with you. I had also had high cholesterol, and one of the debilitating things that I had to deal with is I had vertigo for about 4 years, and I'd gone to doctors and stuff, and just couldn't get a handle on that, couldn't make it any better. I found this program, and as soon as I heard about it, I literally thought, I need to try this. And I was one of those guys that, I basically signed up right away, and I tried everything that I could get my hands on anyway. But I was really hopeful because some coaches had shared, some amazing stories with me. So I lost my weight very quickly, within about 3 months, actually. I felt great, got off my medications, and I knew this was really something special when my vertigo went away. You know, this was like, this is the real thing. So, so now instead of going to the gym or running and trying to get those pounds off, now I actually get to exercise because I enjoy exercising. I enjoy working out. I enjoy an active life. And this has given that back to me. So I'm no longer running the pounds off. I'm actually enjoying, you know, being healthy. I guess the tips, just to kind of reiterate what we've heard a little bit, this is an amazing community. It's such a positive, supportive community that get plugged in, stay plugged in. It's a great group of people for sure. But also kind of going into the holiday season, you know, focusing on what matters most. And it's not the buffet, man. It's not it's not all the fun foods. It's the relationships. It's the people around the table. So focus on what's important. Spend your time, you know, talking to the people that you love and you don't get to see very often or whatever. But just like I said, just focus on what's important and stay plugged in.
Tim, that was incredible. It's a great way to come home tonight. I think I didn't ask anyone to share on any specific tip because I wanted them to share what changed for them. I think it's unanimous across the board. So stick with us. If you're on this call tonight, you're in the right place. Keep moving forward. Keep celebrating yourself. And I don't know about you, but my inspiration tank is filled up today. So take a second to realize how far you've come. Know that you're home and know that it's just about taking steps forward every single day. And this program, this community is here to help you do that. So thing I would leave you with today is invest in yourself. You guys are all worth it. It's progress, not perfection. And next week, join us as we, go into the last week. Oops, hold on. The last week. Sorry, I got my little buddy with me tonight. We're going to focus on some tips that set us up well for Thanksgiving. So join us. We'll have a few more stories. But you guys, everyone, thanks for joining in tonight. Everyone who watched the recording, good to see you in the future. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a phenomenal week and just keep building on each week. So can't wait to hear what victories come just from this season. Have a great evening, everybody.
Sorry, man.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone who shared. That was incredible.
That was an amazing. Can't wait to hear the recording. Thanks, everyone.